The unchosen path. You'll never be beautiful enough to be chosen. My sister, Claire, said it with a casual shrug, as if stating a universal truth. We were teenagers then, but the words sank deep into my bones, becoming a bitter truth I carried everywhere. Claire was the golden child, the one with effortless beauty, charm, and a seemingly endless line of admirers. I was the awkward younger sister, constantly in her shadow, constantly feeling like an afterthought. Her words echoed through my early 20s, shaping my self-perception. I dressed to blend in, spoke softly, and avoided attention. I believed her. I truly did. Why would any man choose me when Claire existed? My journey into a keto lifestyle wasn't about beauty initially. It was about control. It was about finding something I could conquer, something that was mine and mine alone. As the weight melted away, so too did some of the emotional armor I'd worn for years. I started to see a different version of myself in the mirror. Healthier, stronger, more confident. But Claire's words still held a quiet power. Then came David. He was Claire's fiancé. Tall, kind-eyed, with a gentle laugh that always seemed to calm the room. I met him at a family dinner, an event I usually dreaded. Claire, of course, was in her element, basking in his adoration. I kept to myself, helping Mom in the kitchen, observing from the periphery. But David, he saw me. Not the invisible sister, not the awkward wallflower. He saw me. He'd catch my eye across the room and offer a genuine smile. He'd ask about my interests, genuinely listen to my answers, and even remember details from previous conversations. It was unnerving. He treated me like a person, not a prop. Claire noticed, of course. Her smiles tightened. Her comments about my appearance, once subtle, grew sharper. You look tired, Adam, or are you still doing that diet thing? You'll waste away. Her words, once so damaging, now felt hollow, almost desperate. The unfolding lesson. The turning point came at Claire's engagement party. A grand affair, full of their mutual friends and family. I wore a simple, elegant dress, something I felt good in, but still within my comfort zone. David, however, made a beeline for me. He complimented my dress, my smile, even the way my eyes sparkled. He pulled me onto the dance floor for a slow dance, something completely innocent, but in that moment, under Claire's watchful, furious gaze, it felt like the most rebellious act of my life. I could feel her eyes burning into me, radiating pure hatred. Later that night, she cornered me in the hallway. "How dare you?" she hissed, her face contorted. "He's my fiancé. You're trying to steal him, aren't you? You'll never be beautiful enough to be chosen by a man like David." Her words, once a deep wound, now barely pricked the surface. Because in that moment I knew. David had already chosen me. Not as a romantic partner, not yet, but as a person he saw, respected, and genuinely connected with. And that connection, that genuine seeing, was something Claire, for all her superficial beauty, could never truly possess. The engagement, predictably, didn't last. The cracks in Claire and David's relationship, which I'd subtly observed, widened into chasms. David, it turned out, was tired of Claire's superficiality, her constant need for attention, and her casual cruelty. He wanted depth, kindness, and genuine connection. He found it, not in the woman he was engaged to, but in the unchosen sister. It wasn't a sudden, dramatic breakup. It was a slow, painful unraveling for Claire. She watched as David slowly, respectfully, detached himself from her life. She watched as he started spending more time with me, initially as a friend, sharing quiet conversations, long walks, and laughter. She watched as the man who was supposed to be hers began to see me, truly see me, in a way she never had. And then, one day, months after their engagement was officially called off, David asked me out. Not as a rebound. Not out of spite. But because he saw something in me that he genuinely admired and desired. Claire saw it all. She saw us together, happy, effortlessly connected. She saw the genuine smiles, the shared jokes, the quiet understanding that blossomed between us. She saw the man she believed was her destiny, the man she'd mocked me for not being beautiful enough to attract, choose me. And she didn't just see it, she felt it. She felt the profound absence of that genuine connection in her own life. There was no grand reveal, no triumphant declaration. My revenge was simply living my truth, finding my own value, and letting life unfold. Claire's lesson wasn't about me taking something from her, it was about her realizing what she'd never truly had. It was about seeing the authentic connection she lacked, mirrored in the happiness she so desperately craved, but couldn't create. The quiet strength I found through my own discipline, through my keto journey, allowed me to stand tall, not for revenge, but for my own beautiful, chosen path. And that, in itself, was the most profound justice of all.